The minute your audience is bored or confused, they can easily disappear into their smartphones or tablets to stay occupied. This means that when you're presenting, your audience is not at all captive. They are bombarded on all sides by people or things demanding to be noticed. They are constantly getting buzzed at, beeped at, blinked at, and distracted in every manner. It's becoming so commonplace that this is how the Urban Dictionary defines a presentation. Presentation: a set number of agonizing minutes of exclusive, divided attention, divided among you and your lousy slides, Facebook, YouTube, email, MySpace, text messages, chats, and other cool websites and iPhone apps. Intended for explaining to a group of unwilling people what took you 3 weeks to partially understand and 1 night to put on PowerPoint. People's attention is now the scarcest commodity there is, which is ironic when half our time is spent communicating. As City University of New York, CUNY, Professor Kathy Davidson points out, we think we listen to what people are saying, but it turns out we're a little like dogs, and that we sometimes hear the tone of voice and don't even pay attention to what the voice is actually saying. Our attention spans and emotional connections are under attack. The ease of communication has made the whole world part of our circle of contacts, but this convenience has its downside. Writer Jonathan Safran Foer told a group of college graduates, "Each step forward in technological communication has made things more convenient, but each step has also made it easier, just a little bit easier, to avoid the emotional work of being present. To write LOL rather than to actually laugh out loud, to send a crying emoji rather than actually crying, to convey information rather than humanity. It's never been easier to say nothing." How do you get a message across and persuade people to action, real action, in a world like that? We wrote this book to answer that question. We are all presenters. If you've ever been in a room like the one in Peter's speech scenario, and who hasn't, you know that Peter was not connecting with his coworkers. Their minds and hearts were somewhere else. Peter had a vitally important message to share, but virtually no one got it. It was just one more meeting with no good result. And just like Peter, all of us are constantly making lousy presentations to each other over and over. Yes, we are. Not me, you say. I don't give that many presentations. Lots of people say they don't present much, but they really do. More than they think. Here's the actual definition of a presentation: the sharing of information between 2 or more people with the intent to inform or persuade. We usually think of a presentation as a formal thing. You stand up in front of a room full of people, you speak, maybe you show slides, you answer questions, and then you sit down. It's something you deliver. People do this many different ways, formally around a table or virtually around the globe. But more often in today's world, presentations are a lot less formal, like when you sit down for a quick status report. You're on the phone with a client, you're trying to make a point to your brother-in-law, or you're asking your boss for a raise. In all these cases, you have a message to convey. You are sharing information with the intent to inform or persuade. You are making a presentation. In the industrial age, people worked with their hands. But today we live in an era of knowledge work. We work with our brains, with words and with pictures, and we spend at least half our time communicating with each other. This is how we create value in the knowledge age. Ironically, as we all know, we're just not very good at it. When we ask people why presentations fail, they always say the same things: lack of preparation, poor visuals, bad tools, over-reliance on PowerPoint, reading the slides, disengaged delivery, lack of understanding of audience needs, and no clear message. Sound familiar? People just expect they're going to hear and see poor presentations. What are poor presentations costing us? We're losing time.